Our third coin in today's lineup is the 2020 National Park of American Samoa Quarter, more famously known as the Bat Quarter. Now, this coin might look like a simple modern quarter, but don't let that fool you. Some examples have shocked collectors with prices far higher than you'd expect, and rare errors or high grades have turned this coin into a hidden gem in the world of modern numismatics. Could this coin ever be worth a fortune? Let's uncover the truth. On the front, or obverse, the design is the same as the Georgia and New York quarters we looked at earlier. It features the classic bust of George Washington, first used in 1932 and slightly updated for the America the Beautiful Quarter series. Around the portrait, you'll find the familiar inscriptions: United States of America at the top, Liberty to the left, In God We Trust to the right, and $quarter at the bottom. On this coin, the mint mark is AP, standing for the Philadelphia Mint, located just to the right of Washington's ponytail. But the reverse side is where this coin becomes truly unique. At the center, we see an image unlike any other quarter before, a Samoan fruit bat mother hanging upside down with her pup. This design highlights the National Park of American Samoa and draws attention to wildlife conservation, especially for species that are vulnerable. At the very top of the coin, the words National Park appear. On the left side of the bats, we see American Samoa, and on the right side of the bats is the motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. At the bottom, the date 2020 is inscribed, and tucked away in tiny letters are the initials REM and PH. These are the signatures of the coin's creators, Richard E. Masters, who designed the artwork, and Phoebe Hemphill, the U.S. mint engraver who sculpted the design. Now, let's talk about what collectors want to know most. What's it worth? In circulated condition, the Bat Quarter usually trades for face value, just 25 cents. That's the version most people have in their pockets, drawers, or coin jars. But if you find one in uncirculated condition, with bright luster and no wear, the value jumps slightly, usually between $1 and $5. When these coins are sent to professional grading services, that's when the real excitement begins. A coin graded MS66 or MS67 can bring in $20 to $50, and rare top-quality examples in MS68 have sold at auction for as much as $600 to $700. That's a huge increase for a coin that started as just a quarter in your change. But where things get even more interesting is with error coins. Collectors pay serious money for mistakes that slipped through the mint. On the Bat Quarter, some of the most valuable errors include off-center strikes, where the design is shifted. Minor examples might sell for around $100, while dramatic ones can fetch $300 or more. Double die errors, where the lettering or design elements show doubling. These can range from $50 to several $100s, depending on how strong the doubling is. Clipped planchets, where part of the coin is cut off at the edge, usually worth $75 to $150. Missing clad layer errors, where one of the nickel layers is gone and the copper core shows. These unusual errors can bring in $200 to $500. We also need to mention the proof versions struck at the San Francisco Mint. These were not meant for circulation but sold directly to collectors. The clad proof versions are usually worth $3 to $5, while the silver proofs, struck in 90% silver, are worth $15 to $20. If graded as perfect PR70 examples, they can sometimes reach $50 to $100. Now for the big question: can the Bat Quarter be worth millions? The answer is no. Despite its popularity and the viral attention it got back in 2020, this quarter has never sold for millions. The U.S. Mint struck hundreds of millions of these coins, so they are far from rare in general circulation. However, the maximum auction value so far has reached around $600 to $700 for a flawless MS68 graded coin, and certain rare errors can cross into the hundreds of dollars. So while you won't find a life-changing fortune in a Bat Quarter, it is still one of the most fascinating and collectible coins in the America the Beautiful series. Its design, tied to wildlife conservation, its unusual bat imagery, and its unique place in history, released at the very start of 2020, all combine to make it a standout modern coin. And for collectors, that's more than enough reason to treasure it.